Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stamp and Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you here from all over the U.S. and all around the world. I am so excited tonight because I have missed you guys. What a long week it's been. I don't like not going live twice a week. Tom and I had a great time at our family reunion. We went all the way to Philadelphia and then down to Ocean City, New Jersey for a fun family reunion. But I'll tell you, it was really great, but we were missing you guys on Thursday for sure. So it is great to be back together again. Tonight we're going to be playing with the Daisies Forever Layering Bundle. And good news, that is now back in stock. And as promised, we marked it at 20% off because we knew a lot of you tried to get it during our sale and you were very disappointed that it sold out so quickly. So we have it marked at 20% off. That's just for a limited time, just for the next couple days. So we highly encourage you to get it if you've been waiting for it. And the wait list didn't go away. So if you were on the wait list, you should get an email. But don't wait for an email. Just go get it if you want to get it. Also, I wanted to tell you that we added a bunch of things in our Deal of the Week category. We had a bunch of bundles that we put in there. We have pattern paper 3-packs of our old pattern papers that were discontinued. We had a bunch of leftovers, so we made 3-packs at a ridiculous price. And a lot of you were asking about the cardstock that came in our feathers kit and really like those delicate patterns. So we had a bunch of that left over. Now, this is actually discontinued now from the mill. They're not making it anymore. So what we have, we put in 8-packs in our Deal of the Week category. And once it's gone, but that's there for you too. And it's marked down pretty cheap for how much this is because this was pretty pricey cardstock for us. So welcome, everyone. It's great to see you. Before we get started with tonight's project, let's say hello to Tom.
Hey, greetings.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, well, yeah, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear me exercising in the basement this morning?
No, I did not.
That's because I couldn't.
What happened?
So I have one of those bike trainers, you know, that you put your real bike, the back wheels raised on like a stand, and then you tighten it up and then you can ride. And
like a stationary bike.
Yeah, it's just like that. But I have the most realistic bike trainer there ever made. I went down this morning and I had a flat. I got a flat somehow riding my trainer in the basement.
It doesn't go anywhere. How did you get a flat?
I don't know. Maybe it's trying to tell me something.
So what did you do?
So I went for a walk.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
only Tom would get a flat on his stationary bike.
So that's how my dates started, but all good.
Well,
welcome, crafters.
You look great. It's good to see you back together on the live.
Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, it's always so fun. All right. Well, let me show you the bundle that we're going to use tonight. We're going to use this bundle right here. This is the Daisies Forever Bundle. And let me put my glasses on so I can see. So in this bundle, I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this brick wall. I keep saying I'm going to use it. I did use it in one of my 5-minute card videos last week. And it came out so nice. I really absolutely love that stencil. But I think you get a bigger magnet than this. This was like, I get stuck with all of the like misfit products. So if a magnet comes damaged, they just cut it off and then they give it to me. So this is not the magnet you get, but this is the magnet I have. But you have your dies, And then you also have this layering stencil set like this. Layering stencils, and then you have this stamp set. Now, I'm not sure if a die comes in there or not. You'd have to read the description. I think it does, but I'm not 100% sure how it all works anymore over there in that part of the building. Question, is this the bundle that we used in the event? Yes, Bonnie, this is the bundle that you guys used at the SCT March event. So if you went to that event, you already have this, but a ton of you didn't go to that event, and I used it for our 4th of July sale, and then it sold out really quickly. So I promised everybody that I would order a ton of them. I did, and that I would sell it at 20% off. Yes, Michelle, we're definitely going to get more. This is going to be a regular in my in our collection. These bundles don't end up being sold separately because everything works together and they're all coordinated to go together. Let's see. You didn't get a notification. Jenny, sometimes those emails go to spam or junk because they're bulk emails, but it just went up for sale at 7 o'clock tonight. So don't worry, there's still plenty left. So if you're interested, go ahead and grab it. We do have a new release coming out toward the end of August. I think that release is going to be around the 23rd. That's our hope. We're just waiting for a few products to get here. And if everything comes in time and we have time to assemble our new kit, it will be the 23rd. If not, it'll be just a few days after that. So this bundle is called Daisies Forever. And I believe, I'm not sure if Sammy put it in the What's New category or if it's under kits and bundles. Yes, Karen, you can order this if you weren't on the wait list. We only use the wait list to determine about how many to order, and then we order more than what's on the wait list because we want to make sure everybody on the wait list gets one. Yeah, if you don't see it, just refresh. And of course, you know, if there's a lot of people getting products right now, it might be just a little slow, so just try to be patient. But we did order a lot, and we ordered enough for everybody on the wait list, plus we ordered several hundred more than that, so we should be good. All right, let's get started with this. So I have a piece of white cardstock here. This is Gina K Designs cardstock, and my last card that I made all with turquoise colors. It was very bright and very vibrant. I would love to show it to you. I can't because I gave those cards away. I don't think I have any samples to show you, but tonight I thought what we would do is maybe turn these daisies into something that looks a little bit more like a sunflower. It's under the deal of the week. Oh, okay. Check under the deal of the week. And Sammy, if you're watching, if you could also add it into the What's New category. Sammy always kind of tunes in, so she might add it into the What's New category too, so you guys can find it. But check the deal of the week. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, everybody, for letting me know. So the way this works, it's very easy to line up these stencils. All you have to do is keep the stencil upright, right? And make sure that the words at the bottom where it says Gina K Designs Daisies Forever 1 and then Gina K Designs Daisies Forever 2, that both of those are facing in the same direction. And then what you're going to do from there is you are going to line it up based on the circle in the center. That's all you have to do is make sure that the circles all line up in the center. So I'll show you. It's a very forgiving stencil. If you want to do some fun, crazy, any which direction things and you're not going to cut it out, it looks great. But if you want to cut it out with the dies, just line them up the way I'm going to line them up today. Okay, so let's get started. So I want this to look very much like a sunflower. And I am going to show you how to clean this stencil too. We talked about it before, but that was like a month ago. And like 40,000 things happened in all of our lives. And who remembers? So I'm going to tell you again. And you know what? I forgot to wet my tidy towel. So I'm just going to use my distress sprayer and just make it a little bit damp here so that it'll work. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick some yellow colors. One color that works really nicely with autumn is the sweet corn. Now, wild dandelion is also beautiful, but you can see the difference in those colors. This is so like vibrant summer yellow, and this is a more buttery autumny yellow. So we're going to go with that. Oh no, the video is gone. Can you see it, Tom?
I can.
Okay, so it's working on YouTube.
Yep.
All right, it sounds like it's a Facebook thing. So if you're struggling over on Facebook, come on over and join us on YouTube. All right, so I'm going to clean this brush here. Yeah, it's all people on Facebook that's saying it's freezing. So come on over to YouTube. It's not freezing on YouTube. It's easy to find me. Just search Gina K Designs, go to my channel, and it'll be right on the top. That is not an us problem. That's a Facebook problem tonight, guys. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I can see that a lot of people are frozen. Come on over to, boy, I wish we could post that on Facebook. Come on over to YouTube. All right, so if it still does that, I see people saying it's back. Just refresh. If it does it again, just come on over to YouTube. It's working great. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with my lightest color, which is going to be sweet corn. And I'm going to ink up my blending brush with sweet corn. And I'm going to use a bit of a circular motion from the edges on the way in. Okay, so just like this. I'm bringing that color in. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now you can see I've got my stencil with this part down here. All I want to do is line up this circle on this daisy with that circle in the center. And you can see it very easily. So we're just going to line that up. Okay. Don't worry if it looks all weird. It's going to look all weird because these are different petals. Okay. So let's see here. I think I'm going to try a little honey mustard for this one. So let's get a honey mustard brush. And I do have one that I use for my real warm yellows. So I'm going to get a little honey mustard on my brush. And then I'm going to use this color very lightly. Okay. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the head of my brush. See how that brush will, you know, put like when it's flexible, and if you press on it, you'll get a lot of pressure. I'm just going to hold it this way, and I'm going to do light color. Okay, because I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want these petals to be super dark. I want them to be more transparent. And I'm not too worried about the center. Okay, so that's honey mustard. All right, isn't that nice? I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, if you're freezing on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. YouTube is doing great. That's a Facebook thing tonight. Sorry, guys. And now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to line up that circle with this circle. This is layer 3. And again, the words are at the bottom. And we're going to just line up the circle. Okay. And now I'm going to use the same color. I'm going to use honey mustard again, but I'm going to go with a heavy hand. All right. So I'm going to go nice and heavy in here just to get some detail. All right. And there is my layered daisy. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. And you know, these look so nice done in pinks and blues and purples, but I'm just doing something that's a little bit more autumny. Now, I'm going to just clean this stencil quick. I'm going to go back and make some more flowers, but I want to show you how I clean the stencil. So anytime you have a stencil that has edges that pull up like this, and lots of layering stencils do these days, this is not attached to anything. They're just free form, right? So what you don't want to like really rub on the stencil. Just take your tidy towel or whatever cloth you're using and clean toward the center of the design, or at least toward where those free edged areas are, if that makes sense, right? So we're not brushing back because we'll bend them up. We're brushing toward the way they're you know, coming out toward the center. So the solid part toward the loose parts. Okay, same thing on this one. It's a little bigger, but we're just kind of going around and working our way toward the center. That'll keep your stencil in good shape. Now, if a stencil piece does bend, you can just bend it back. I've bent this back several times before I figured that out, and it's just fine. This one's not as bad because everything is attached to that center ring. Okay, I hope that works for you. All right. Daisy Girl, if you've never used the foil mates, check out my YouTube channel. I have an entire playlist on foil mates. All right, now we're going to make this into more of a sunflower. And sunflowers feel more kind of fluffy in the center, right? They're not so pure and round like that. That's more of a daisy. We've got some centers that you can stamp in there that look really cute. That would be a cute sunflower. But I want to show you the stencil part of this. So I'm just going to put that right on top there. It doesn't matter which direction you put it in. Just lay it in there however you want. Okay? And we're going to use some warm cocoa for this because we're going to make the center of this a little bit warmer. This is called the Daisies Forever Layering Bundle. Now I'm going to use a tiny Gina K Designs blending brush for this. And I'm going to start with the warm cocoa. All right. And I'm going to use a light hand with the warm cocoa. I just want to create that little bit of fluffiness. Okay. Here we go. See how that just changes the design and how it looks more like a sunflower. I'm sorry, I couldn't think while I was trying to read at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to use the second one, and I'm just going to layer it a little darker, and I'm going to layer it with some charcoal brown. So we're going pretty dark on this one. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We haven't been on for a while. Okay, so I'm using charcoal brown in here just to darken that up a little bit. Like that. Okay, can they see the difference in those colors there, Tom?
I think so.
Yeah. So that kind of changes it. And daisies are great for spring cards, but this is awesome for a fall card. Now we can go even one step darker by using black in the center. So let me get a tiny black blending brush. Let me find it. Here it is. My black blending brush, my baby blending brush. And I'm going to add some black onyx onto that, and then we'll just make that center nice and black in there. And then you've got the 3 layers of center there that makes it feel just more like a sunflower. So I'm going to do 2 more sunflowers here just because I want to. And we'll do them nice and fast. I'll do the abbreviated instructions as I go. This way you don't have to see me do it so slowly. But it's good the first time to watch it a little more slowly. So in case it's a new layering bundle for you, you know how it works. The stencil bundle is called Daisies Forever. And you can find it in the deal of the week category for sure. And I'm not sure if it made it over to the what's new category yet. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 at a time. Remember, I've got my words down here at the bottom, and I'm going to start with this one, 2 at a time. So we're going to go kind of quickly. I'm going to start with my sweet corn. I do want these to be all the same. All right. Okay. So I'm using this light color first for the outside. That's one. I'm going to do another one. I'll do it right here. And I'm going to cut these out with dies in a little bit. Don't panic. We have lots of the layering bundle. I promise. We got so many. I never saw so many layering bundles being packed. They're everywhere in our warehouse right now. So just don't panic. If you're having trouble, just don't panic. This is not like a release. So, okay. All right. How do I come up with the names of my ink? That's a great question. Sweet corn and now honey mustard. I think I'm just always hungry, to be honest with you. I think, I look at a color and I just say, what is the first thing that it looks like to me? And, when I looked at this, I thought it looked like sweet corn. It looked very, very soft compared to this one, which really looked like a wild dandelion growing. Okay, yes, the Forever and Shadow are part of the bundle. That all comes in there. All right, now remember, you want your words to be at the bottom again, and we're only lining up the circles. So just like that, very simple. We're just lining up those circles. And now we're going to go with the honey mustard, and remember, a very light hand here. Just a light hand.
You haven't asked me to help name things in a while.
Well,
I guess that didn't go very well.
When was the last time you named something?
I don't know, but some of the names I came up with were probably not cheery enough.
Yeah, like Blister Red.
Remember I used to name the stamp sets, rename the stamp sets?
Yes. Yeah. Tom
We went through some crazy.
Tom, the word of the day is not a new concept for Tom. All right, now we're going to use this final layer. Again, words down at the bottom, just lining up that circle. And we're going to go with a heavy hand with the honey mustard, just to get that detail in there. Like that. It just really comes to life with that third layer, doesn't it? Rena named all of the Electropop inks. They are very much like her personality. Screaming green. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't let her have all the names she wanted though, because the red, what is the red called? Her red is called Raging Red, but she wanted Rash Red at first. I'm like, you're not calling your ink pad Rash. We're just not going there. Okay, so I'm going to start with that first layer in the center, which is this big one here. Can you see that? There we go. And I'm going to, you can lay it in any direction, and that would make them look a little bit different if they were laying in different directions. And I'm going to use honey mustard. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use honey mustard. I'm going to use warm cocoa. So I'm just light hand until the yellow disappears. Okay. And that's pretty just like that. You know, if you really wanted to, you could take a little white gel pen and put polka dots all over that, and it would be beautiful. I love these centers. Again, just lightly blending until all the yellow disappears, till it looks like a solid color. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next stencil, and we're going to go down to the next color, which is going to be charcoal brown. And that really gets grayish looking when you get it onto the warm cocoa. Hey, can you get rid of Theo, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Theo. All right. Here we go. Got the charcoal. And then the last color is going to be the black onyx, just to fill in that center. Love it, love it, love it. I know, Rena's so busy doing hair right now, guys. She's just swamped. Doesn't have time to breathe, but she's really happy and she loves what she does. So, you know, when she was in college, this was a great thing for her. Kept her out of trouble. But she's just... you know, everybody has to follow their passion, right? And this is mine. Okay. So there we go. So now we've got our 3 flowers there all done. And we're going to cut these all out, and then we're going to make a card with them. Now, before we do that, we're going to need some greenery. So let's use some of the greenery in this layering stencil set. All right, let me clean these. This one doesn't have to be too worried about here. Okay, all right. Now this one, we've got to take our time with a little bit, just going toward the center. I always have to remember that. I have to remind myself because I'll just start scrubbing and all the flaps will be going in all different directions. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We are ready for some greenery now. Okay, so now I have another piece of white cardstock here, and I think I'm going to do maybe 3 of these and just 1 of these. Okay, so again, this is really easy to line up, so you can do this anywhere. You'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to use jelly bean green, and instead of on the last card, I mixed turquoise sea with it, which is really quite beautiful to do. But for this card, I'm not going to do turquoise sea. I'm going to do fresh asparagus because it's going to be more autumny, so I want that more olive color in there. And I do need to get a tiny blending brush, so let me grab that. So I have my big one and my tiny one. I'm going to start with jelly bean. And I'm going to use a lighter hand with the jelly bean. So let's get some of that going. Oh, yeah, she does my hair. I love the way she does hair. It's a shame she's not close to all of you guys. I think you would love what she does. She's as creative with hair as she was with cards. Okay, so you can see how pretty that is, that just little hint of green there. Let's do one over here. And I'm not going super heavy. I am putting a little pressure on it. I think I would have liked to have put a little more pressure on that. I don't know if I can line it up perfectly. I'm going to try. If not, I'll just do another one. A little bit darker than I had it. Yep, that works. Okay. And then we'll do one more. I know stencils are so fun. I have so much fun with them. Gosh, I think, 80% of my 5-minute card videos use stencils. And then I'm going to do one of this one here, this long one. Now, you do have to make sure that your stencil is facing in the right direction whenever you use these, because if you're doing it free form on a piece of cardstock that you don't plan on cutting out, you can use both sides of the stencils. This way your leaves can go in different directions. Your flowers can go in different directions. But if you want to have your flowers and leaves going in different directions and you want to die cut, you have to die cut first, because then you can flip the die cut over and you can flip the stencil over and you can get the opposite look that way. Okay, but I'm just going all in one direction. I'm not worried about that. I have had Twitch up for about a year, maybe a little longer than a year. We don't get very many people on Twitch, but welcome if you're coming in from Twitch. It's great to see you. I really like the Twitch platform. It's really fun over there. So I thought, why not add Twitch, right? So it's great to see you, Faith. It's Faith? I think it said Faith. It goes by so fast because we're getting comments in from all 3 platforms at once. Okay, so now I've got my jelly bean done. I'm going to move over to fresh asparagus, and I'm going to use my small blending brush for this. And again, making sure I'm on the right side of the stencil. It's very easy to line it up. Just kind of look at it and line it up. Very easy to do. And then I'm going with this darker color, and you'll really see how pretty this looks. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more here. Just line them up by sight. That's what's kind of nice about these layering bundles. A lot of them you can just, you can just look at them and line them up. You can do them anywhere you want on your card. It's not like one design that always has to be the same. My daughter Alicia helps me design a lot of our layering products. She's really good at the layering stamps and the layering stencils. Okay, that one I'm a little off on. but not bad, and it won't matter. Now this one, same thing. I'm going to lay these parts, just going to kind of like fiddle with it a little bit until it looks right to you. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay. I didn't even have to reload my brush for this because it's such a small area. Look how pretty they look. Let's zoom in here for you. Isn't that nice? Okay. Those ink pad bundles, I am going to say, I don't know. We've been waiting for a year or more for those ink pad bundles. The problem is that everybody is short-staffed. And so when they make our ink pads, we order all the ink pads we need to make the bundles. And then by the time they get them to us, our ink pads are literally taking 6 to 8 months to get. Then 2 other colors sell out that we had way too many of to order at the time. And so it seems like the ink pad bundles just never, ever come into stock. So I would say if you're waiting for ink, grab ink. We may even remove those from our site because it's very frustrating for everybody and for us. So I would say if there are colors that you want, don't wait and don't, it's a little bit better in price. But if you hit us on Black Friday or like that 4th of July sale, that's a great time to get all the colors you want. Okay, now I'm going to cut these out using my die cutting machine. It's way over here on the floor. My gosh, I don't even know why it's on the floor. Okay. So Diane, just go ahead and grab them. I know that some people have their email settings so high that they don't get the lists that go to junk or spam. They don't, the wait list. You have to make our email address part of your preferred email people, or else a lot of times it just goes to spam because, when we send out an email for a waitlist thing, there might be like 5,000 people on that list. So it's going out in bulk, and a lot of email servers think it's spam because it's coming in from a bulk kind of thing. I can't find the end of my washi. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to just washi tape this down before I cut it out. What's wrong with this? So go ahead and grab it. Yes, add it to your address book. So I don't know what it comes from, though. I don't know if it comes from, I think it comes from, does anybody know, if you know what the email address came from? Because we have different email addresses that we use. Like for our newsletter, it's news@GinaK Designs. And from our customer service, it's info@GinaK Designs. We have something shipping@GinaK Designs. We've got a lot of them. So if you know what email address it is, if you could share it with the rest of us, then people can make that a preferred contact, and they can add us to the address book. Okay. This set, what we do is when we teach classes for Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, we always release something new that hasn't been released before. With the idea that it'll eventually get released in our store, but not right away. It's exclusive to them first. You can see I'm just cutting these out with the dies. Just lining them up. They're pretty easy to line up. And then we usually wait a little while, and then we release it in our store. We can't just never release it because people just pummel social media with the cards they make from all the stuff that they, learned at the classes. And everybody's like, oh my goodness, what is that? What is that? And people say, oh, it's something from GinaK Designs. And then people ask for it. So we always eventually release the stuff. Just takes a little bit of time. Okay. Yeah, I love these daisies too. I think it's one of my favorite layering bundles. Well, I shouldn't say that. I am really partial to the butterfly one too. The Fluttering Fall. Oh my goodness. Fluttering Fall. I love it. And it works so well with the daisies. It works so well with the other layering bundles too. So, you know, butterflies with flowers are always beautiful. Okay. And you get so much in these bundles. You get dies, you get stamps, you get stencils. You always get like a word in shadow, which is really nice too. So you get a lot of value for the price. Okay. Oh, Anne-Marie, is that where you found me at Crop and Create? That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out these leaves and then we're going to assemble our card. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that some of you guys found me there. All right. It's great to see you here on my live. Alrighty. Yes, and our shipping department just wrapped up our July release. So I know they're going to get started on any orders that you place tonight right away, first thing in the morning, which is great. So you won't have to wait too long. Yes, the Fluttering Fall set is just beautiful. Okay, I don't want these to fall into the machine, so I'm going to put them off to the side. I just wanted to show them to you as I was cutting them out, how cute they look. Don't they look cute? And very easy to cut. Oh, yes. There is one stamp set of ours at Joann's. That's right. It's the collaboration we did with Hero Arts. And Hero Arts sells their products at Joann's. So we have one stamp set in there. It's kind of fun to have one in there. All right. So these, you know, this is something that you can do, you know, on those times when you don't have a lot of mojo and, you know, you just think, oh, okay, I don't know what I want to make. You could just make a lot of these beautiful layered stencil elements, put them aside, and then when you're ready to make some cards, you've got a whole bunch of bits and pieces. Yes, we do ship to the UK. We ship worldwide. And if for any reason you're watching from a country where you don't see that we ship to, all you have to do is send an email to customer service. And Natalie, who is our wholesale rep, she knows how to turn on other countries on our website. So we can get your country turned on. I think that just recently happened, Tom. Somebody reached out to us from a country that we weren't selling to, and they were like, I'm so sad. And Natalie said, don't be sad. And she turned it right on, and there you go. Oh, hi, Laurie. Tell your granddaughter I said hi. I'm so glad she got that birthday card. That is great. Tell her I said hello. All righty. Okay, so I'm going to cut the last one out here. And I've been thinking about all kinds of things. I have a couple classes coming up that I'm teaching that are already full, but we're going to be doing more. So I will always announce those classes during my lives when they come up, and also in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, head over and join us. It's pretty fun over there. And you don't have to do anything else on Facebook. So, you know, you can just kind of join and you can call yourself, you know, like Gina Stamper. You don't even have to use your real last name. That's the beauty of Facebook. Oh, I didn't cut that out perfectly centered, but I still think it looks okay. Okay. So let's, while we're here, why don't we cut, while we got the die cutting machine out, why don't we cut a word in shadow? But before we do, I want to see, does this is one of those patterns from the Delicate Patterns cardstock pack. Do you guys like that together? Do you think those colors look nice together? Because I was thinking of using this as a card base. Yes, Mary Jo, we are still working on the Chucky tool. I got to call my guy about that. I don't know. I haven't heard anything for a while, so I got to get on that. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'll use that. Okay, I'll use that. Thank you, guys. So here is a piece of, is this charcoal brown? Oh, that is smashed. Here's a piece of charcoal brown cardstock. And I know I'm using brown. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Master Layouts 2. So we'll use Master Layouts 2. I'm going to use the stitched die from Master Layouts too. Oh, and you guys, I mean, if you haven't been on Facebook for a while, I want you to know there's something new in our Facebook group called Guides. Guides, Guides. And I started a guide where I did an idea sheet, an inspiration sheet for each of the Master Layouts die sets. Oh, why did I cut that out with brown? That's not what I meant to do. I'm not even paying attention. Now I gotta get another piece of cardstock. Too excited. Let me find another piece of that cardstock. My goodness. Oh, don't I have any more brown? All right, I do. I have a piece here. I think this is a different brown, but we can use it. Okay. I wanted to cut the plain one out with that, and I've lost my paper cutter too. I lose everything on my desk. I'm just going to cut this out off to the side here. I lose everything on my desk. I don't know about you guys, but everything. This I'm going to cut out in white. So I want to cut this one out with the plain one. But yes, head over and check out the guides. I've already done Master Layouts 1 through 5. So I have more to do, but the guides are really nice. You can right-click on them and save them to your computer. And it's kind of a nice way to have ideas for your master layouts. So this is going to be my black piece. I'm going to use brown today. I know, it's crazy. And then I'm using this piece of the Delicate Patterns cardstock as my card base. It's kind of fun to use a patterned card base. And now, to save some paper, I'm going to use this piece that I just cut out with Master Layouts, and I'm going to cut the word forever out right from the center. Because you're not going to see it, right? And we're going to have to start conserving some cardstock. I know, no black, right? I know, it's crazy. Brown is the new black for fall. Actually, I really wanted to use charcoal brown because it's almost black. But I ended up using dark chocolate here because I ruined my only piece. So I'm going to punch this out using my Tim Holtz Kraft pick. This should come out pretty easy here. There we go. This is such a pretty little forever. And we have a bigger forever in our collection, which I like. But this is nice if you just want something smaller. And all the words in the set go with it. Okay, so there it is. There's the forever. Let me put it up against the lighter cardstock so you can see it. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Yes, brown is more fallish, and I think it'll work really nicely with these daisies. I know you guys can't see them, but you can see all the little bits and pieces here. I think that just looks nice together. And then we're going to need this piece. And I don't think I'll use the shadow die this time. So let me just clean this out real quick. So Tom.
Hey.
Do you have a word of the day for everybody?
Okay, word of the day.
Word of the day.
So.
Just in case, I just have to tell them because like when you told that story, Tom, there were like 1,100 people here and now there's like 2,500 people here. So I just want everybody to know that Tom got a flat on his bike, but not his riding bike for the street. He got a flat on his stationary bike and he couldn't exercise this morning. Sorry, Tom. Go ahead. Back to you.
Big news.
That's just so funny.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so let's go back to the overhead for me.
So the word of the day.
The word of the day. But you should be in the picture. Where are you?
A combined word. So movie night is a big night for us.
Yes, it is.
And sometimes you see, depending on where you get, I don't even know if a lot of them use it anymore, but pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, pay-per-view. I remember. Well, we still use it sometimes.
Okay, so pay-per-view.
Like on HBO and stuff?
Pay-per-view is the word of the day, combined word of the day.
Pay-per-view.
But I'm going to show you all what Gina thinks of when she hears the word pay-per-view. So. That is Gina K Designs pay-per-view.
That's my pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
I love it.
Also, I guess you could call it wallpaper too.
Oh my goodness, that's Steven's job. He's cutting down all of our cardstock into smaller sizes. Oh my gosh, my pay-per-view. I love it. I bet a lot of the people watching have that same pay-per-view. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, so I cut this piece of white cardstock out using Master Layouts 2. I used the stitched one. Okay. Boy, I gotta wash my plates. I'm gonna put them in the dishwasher. I'm gonna stick these right in the dishwasher. I think it'll get them nice and clean. Maybe it'll even, flatten them out a little bit. We'll see. I'll let you know. Don't do it until I do it, because if it doesn't work, I'll be very sad for all of us. Okay, so now we've got some bits and pieces here. Now, I think I'm going to get the bricks in the action, because I know a lot of people love this brick stencil. I don't use it enough, and it's quickly becoming my absolute favorite stencil. So let's line this up here on this piece of cardstock. I just want to make sure it looks straight, because nothing is worse than bricks that aren't straight. In fact, I remember growing up, I grew up in a very tiny little house, and my mom always wanted a fireplace. So they had this tiny little brick fireplace put in, but the bricks went all the way up the wall. And as the bricks were going up the wall, they were getting more and more crooked. And my mom was not going to stand for that. She made the guy rip all the bricks out and redo them. And I would have too, because that just drives you nuts, You can't look at bricks like that. Oh, man, I remember that was not a good week. All right, I'm going to use some Kraft ink. And I got to find my ink stand laying around here somewhere. So I'm going to add some bricks. Now, if you saw my 5-minute card video last week, one of them, I think it's the one I posted on Thursday, I used gray. And when you use gray on these bricks, they look like cinder blocks. It's really pretty. But when you use what's the color? Faded brick, then they look like real bricks. But I'm going to use Kraft because a lot of brickwork is tan. A lot of beautiful homes have tan brickwork. So I'm just cleaning my brush off here on a piece of paper towel because this has some brown on it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up using the Kraft ink. And I'm going to do what I did in my 5-minute card video. I know, I couldn't believe they just kept adding them. I think they were hoping she wouldn't see them. She saw them. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to be heaviest in the middle, and then I'm going to work my way out till it just fades. Okay, so we'll start here in the center. And then we're going to get lighter as we go up. But this is just going to ground my images. This way I don't need to use like a die cut piece, like a circle or an oval. I'm just going to kind of have these resting on this brick wall. All right, so you can see how pretty that is, right? It just kind of fades in. I love that look. And I might not use all of the flowers. I made them all, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use them all. I may just go with one right in the center here, because it is really pretty to just have a single flower and then have some leaves coming out from around it. So let's see how this looks. So we can do something like that. We have this coming out down here. And then we can have something coming up here like that. And we can even have another one kind of coming in from this direction like that. So that might be all that we need. Now, I don't know which flower I like the best. You can look at all of them and decide which one you like the best. I cut all my nails off because I thought I was going to put fake nails on for the reunion, and then I didn't, and now I can't pick anything up. Okay, so I think that one single flower That's right. Less is more, Jan. I agree. And then we can put this forever down here like this, and we can add our greeting. So we could do best friends forever. So this way the forever can be down here, and we can stamp the best friends on the brick a little bit. Together forever would be a great anniversary card. Forever in my heart, forever grateful, perfect for Thanksgiving season. You're my forever friend. I like that too. You're my forever friend. Let's do best friends forever. I think that's simple, and that'll allow us to, get that forever down here a little bit onto the cardstock. All right. Now, before we do that, I am going to, I think this is going to be a beautiful background color. So, all right, I'm going to start by, let me see. I'm going to start by just moving this up just a hair, because I want to make sure that I have room for the word best friends. Best friends. Oh, I would have room. I can even move it back down. Okay. I've got plenty of room. I'm going to start by adhering just the green parts of this card, okay? Because I know that I want everything where it is. I can move this out of the way, but I'm leaving the daisy there. And I'm going to do one part at a time. I promise I'll take that washi tape off. So, there we go. Get this under here, just like that. Now, before I press it down, I probably should put the forever back down here, because see, it's going to get in the way. So I have to adjust that a little bit. Going to go up just a little bit more and kind of angle it a bit. There we go. Because that doesn't get in the way of my word forever. Okay. And then we'll make sure that we can see that. We could even turn the flower this way so we can see a little more of that. Let's do that, because it doesn't matter which direction that flower faces. I don't know what I did there. I think I tore it with my hand, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to tell you now, because we've got, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. We've got, about 10 minutes left. If you're new to a live, we always give my card away. And the way you get an opportunity to win is just by making a comment. So if you haven't made a comment yet, let us know what you think. Do you like this? Do you hate it? All comments count. All right. So we'll get that in there. I'm not sure yet how I want to face this. Oh my God, I can't pick this up. Frustrating myself. I still might want to go in this direction, because I kind of like those leaves bunched up on the side there. And never be afraid to put your leaves outside of this little area. It's okay if something sticks out. So let's do that. We'll stick that outside. I'm using my Kraft pick to pick up things now. I'm going to have to put some fake nails on. All right, there we go. And then this is going to get popped up on top with a foam square. But before we do that, now we've got the greenery. We know where everything is supposed to be. Let's add this to the brown piece. So I'm going to gently take this washi tape off. There we go. And then I'll add a little of this. To here. Pay-per-view. Where'd you get that picture?
Warehouse.
Did you take it like just today?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cute. Okay, so now I'm going to find my score buddy. And I'm going to score this card. These are already cut in half and ready for you when you get this pack. So I'm going to score this. And it's the same on both sides, but they're light very, very light colors. So you can still write inside. And if you don't want to write on the busyness of the card base, you can always just cut a small piece of white. Let me find one here. I must have one somewhere. You could just cut a quick little piece of white. You could even cut it with Master Layouts 2 or Master Layouts 1. You could cut that down to the Master Layout size, and then you could just pop that on the inside. And you could even lightly stencil a daisy in there, maybe in a like lemon drop or something, so it's so pale, and you could write right over it. Okay, so there we go. Now we have that ready to go. What did I do with my, oh, thought I lost it. So I really like this idea for a card base, don't you? I think I folded that weird. Let me fix it because it's going to somebody. It has to be right. There we go. Yeah, it's my fault. I had something twisted. There we go. That's better. And then that's going to go on there. Oh, I love that patterned card base. Love it. And there's my Peekaboo Forever. Oh, and you know I'm going to stamp the word at the end. I'm going to give myself a heart attack. I should stamp that before I even put the bricks on. I can use the Misty. Yes, I can. I might. All right. So this is going to get glued right here. And then I'm going to stamp the best friends. I'm going to be brave, everybody. I'm doing it with a block. Okay. All right. So again, with those strip sentiments, it's always better to just let them rest because then they stay straight, and then just pick it up using your block. All right. And we're going to use charcoal brown, but I'm going to do a couple test stampings first. So let me get a little piece of scrap paper here. I just want to have a couple test stampings. I know. Thank you. I do so well with the blocks. Sometimes I don't, though. I have a trash can full of proof over here. Okay. So I'm just going to do it at the bottom. See if I can get it straight. Yeah, that's pretty straight. So, okay. So I'm going to put that right here like that. Okay, wish me luck. Stamp's nice. Here we go. Now, worst case scenario, if I really mess it up, and I don't think I did, but if I really had messed that up, I could have just done it on a strip sentiment and just glued it right over there. But I think that looks good. Okay. It's the worst part of my day. I know I make it worse for myself, but sometimes it's fun to do it this way because if I mess up, you know, we all get a good laugh. And then later I get a good cry. So, and that's good for your mental health once in a while to just let it out. So, all right, I'm going to use my Gina K Designs Connect Glue. And I'm using my fine tip bottle here. Got a little bead on there, but that's all right. Remember, when you're using Connect Glue, you only need the tiniest little bit. You don't need a whole lot. It's very sticky glue. And it goes on blue because it's got a antifreeze in it, like not an antifreeze. It is sort of, it's a freeze thaw agent. It's not antifreeze, but it's a freeze thaw agent. And that allows us to ship it year round. We didn't used to have that in our glue. And then sometimes the glue would sit somewhere cold too long and it would get ruined. So sometimes it would come to us ruined.
Hey, I wonder if there's any viewers here tonight who haven't seen your blooper video.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but on YouTube, if you type in Gina K Designs bloopers, we have a bloopers video out there that's kind of fun, kind of funny. Okay, so I got that on there, and now I'm going to add my flower, and I'll keep those other flowers for another card. I'm going to pop that on there with a foam square. Actually, we don't have any white foam squares right now because ThermoWeb is I want to say formulating them, but that they don't formulate them. They're just redoing them a different way. So I'm going to use some of our foam tape. It's the same exact material, same thickness. It's not too thick, which I love because you're able to ship it. Yeah. No, the cowboy book's not on there, Sharon. This was pre-cowboy book. You guys went through that with me live. This was in the old days with one of my many different hairstyles. You'll see in that video. All right, so we'll pop that right there. There we go. And there's my finished card. Cute little card base with all the pattern in there. Yeah, that was fun. That was very fun.
Oh, is the card backwards?
Is the card? No, it's not.
Someone said they thought it was.
No. Oh, I've done that before. It wouldn't have surprised me if it was. I've done that before. All right. So, Tom, we got to give this card away. Okay. I feel like it needs one more piece of greenery up there. But I don't know if I have any. I don't think I do. I'm going to look. While you find a winner, I'm going to look. Gosh, would gray look good in there? Put a little bit of gray. Let's just see what it looks like. I'm going to trim this down. You guys are going to say no. I know you're going to say no. No, I'll say no for you. Yeah, a bit of bling would work. That would work for sure.
Or a bumblebee.
Or a bumblebee or a butterfly. I'm just looking to see if I have one of those pieces already done, but I don't. I've got a lot. You guys want to see my box of stuff? This is what I use. This is all my bits and pieces. Things that I make when I don't know what to make. And sometimes I have just what I need. See, this is a similar thing done with the turquoise. Isn't that pretty? That's what I was telling you before. But no, I don't have any. What's that dye doing in there? My goodness. See, that's the kind of mess I am.
Maybe less is more.
Yeah, less is more. Okay. All right. Let's give it away this way.
All right. Here we go.
Maybe I could shift this up a little. See if I can. Ooh.
Let her rip.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. I had to mess with it. All right.
The winner tonight is Gabriella Rollins.
Yay, Gabriella. Congratulations. So, Gabriella, all you have to do is send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com, and I will get this out to you. All right. Everybody's liking my bag of tricks, maybe. These are going to end up in there next. All right, everybody. Well, Tom and I will be back for another Thursday crafternoon lunchtime live, and we hope you'll join us for that. And then I'll be back over the weekend with another 5-minute card video. Check out our What's New category and check out our Deals of the Week category, and pick up this layering bundle if it's been on your wish list, because it's 20% off, but just for the next couple days. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. We love you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.